Hey, what is going on, guys? T.Sports15 here, and today we are back for another episode of Mark Banks' Road to the Show. So I know it's been a while since we have posted one of these Road to the Shows, but we're getting back into the swing of things. We're about halfway through the season. We are still in AAA, but here is the Futures game. We got invited to it. We were playing for World because I did select International as my born country or whatever. I wasn't saying like I was from Puerto Rico or anything. I was saying from Canada. But here we go. We are playing here at Target Field in Minnesota against Team USA, I guess. So it's the World against USA in the Futures game, and it's all pretty much the top prospects. We are batting in the 3 spot, which is really good because there's a lot of top prospects. I know there's not a lot of real name top prospects in this because at the start, whenever I started this Road to the Show, I didn't have the Operation Sports rosters yet, but here we go with a runner on second base in the top of the first. We are going to chop this one foul down the right field line. That will even the count up at 1-1. So here with 1 out, we need to at least move this runner over, but definitely want to drive him in here with a base hit. That one's going to be a ball away, 97-mile-an-hour fastball, and you can tell that we're facing some tough competition here just because these guys are the top prospects for the MLB. But right here, next pitch, we're going to foul that one back, bring it to a 2-2 count here, and a pretty decent battle here, 4-pitch at bat. Here comes the 5th pitch, and that one's going to be a pickoff back to second. And this guy on the bases seems like he has some pretty good speed. Obviously, these are no-name random generated players, but he did steal second base, and now the pitcher's worried about him stealing third. So we foul this one off. That one probably would have been a ball up and in, but anyways, we do foul it off, stay alive for another pitch. 6th pitch on the way. This guy's throwing heat, but we do guess the pitch, a curveball down and in, and we're going to take this one into the right center field alley. That one's going to hop off the wall. Center fielder gets it in time to hold Banks to a double, and the run is going to score from second base. So Banks starts it off with, I believe, a 6-pitch at bat, an RBI double, a huge clutch hit there, and maybe that will help him on his way to getting to the MLB, because all the scouts are watching this because the MLB is on hold for the All-Star weekend at this point. So all the scouts are checking out everybody in this Futures game. So hopefully Mark Banks can get looked at by some of the Arizona scouts, and maybe we can get called up maybe just a little bit after this. But here now we're facing a lefty here in the top of the third. Obviously they're not going to keep the same pitcher for the whole game. They're trying to get everybody to work. So here in the third, the pitcher only gave up 1 run so far, the starter that is, but they did bring in a lefty here, and we are already down 0-2 against the lefty. Banks does definitely not hit lefties well, but here with 2 outs, we're going to chop this one back to the pitcher. He's going to make the play, throw it on the first, and at least we didn't strike out. We can say if that pitcher didn't stab that one, we might have got a base hit up the middle, but we are 1 for 2 with an RBI double to start it off. We've scored our team's first run, and now we have gone on to score 5 more, so it is up to a 6-1 5-run lead, and we're going to take that pitch up and in. Another righty on the hill, so hopefully we can get something going against him here in the top of the 5th. We guess back-to-back pitches, another fastball right there. We're going to chop this one down to the first baseman, who's going to play it onto the pitcher, and we go diving head first into first base, which is definitely not what we want to do, especially because we are trying to not get injured and trying to get called up. But right here, a grounder to the third baseman. He doesn't get it to us quick enough, so we couldn't turn that, but we do get the 1 out at second base. So still here in the bottom of the 5th, we still have a 5-run lead. This one's going to be back to the pitcher. He's going to throw it over to me, a pretty soft throw, and we don't have enough time to throw it on to first. If the pitcher did make a stronger throw to second base, we probably would have been able to make that play right there. But Banks up again with a fresh count, first pitch swinging. He's going to get a base hit, his second hit of the ball game, which would make him 2 for 3 at this point. Another nice piece of hit in there, right back up the middle. So Banks comes up later in the game. We still have a 6-run lead here in the top of the 9th. Just trying to add maybe a little bit of insurance here, even though we do have a ton of insurance already. We are already up 2-0 in the, well, sorry, it's 1-1, even count right here. But Banks coming up, facing another righty here, and this pitch is going to be left up, but Banks cannot get on top of that one. He pops that one to the left field foul, so that will bring up a 1-2 count here for Banks. He guesses the pitch down and in, and he's going to get another base hit here. So he has a 3-hit day, 3 for 4 in this ball game. They throw back to first, but nobody is there after Banks did take a hard turn around first base. So we have a nice 4-pitch base hit in that at bats, and our team does go on to win this ball game. A huge win, well, not a really huge win, but a huge game for Mark Banks. Goes 3 for 5 with the double, 1 RBI, and hopefully that can open us some eyes with the scouts, especially in the Arizona organization. Maybe we can get called up later after this, but that's pretty much going to do it for this game here. I only showed one game in the episode because it was the futures game, but you can see our stat line here, 3 for 5 actually. Sorry, my bad about saying 3 for 4 earlier, but 3 for 5 with a couple ground outs. But well, was that a fly out? No, it's a couple ground outs, I believe. And we do go 3 for 5. So nice game right there. We do get some training points, and you can see here we're going to simulate past the All-Star break, and we'll get into that in just a second. We didn't get invited to the All-Star, the AAA All-Star game, I don't believe. But I do sim the first game back, and we do get called up by the Diamondbacks. So they've purchased our contract, and we have been added to the 40-man roster. So the next episode is going to be in the MLB, and I said earlier that we are going to start following along with the series and everything once we do get to the MLB. So that's going to do it for this episode, guys. Hopefully you guys are excited that we did make it to the MLB. We're 6.5 games back in the division, but we're only 3.5 games back in the wild card, so we definitely still have a chance to make the playoffs here in the first year with the Arizona Diamondbacks. So hopefully we can do that. We will continue that in the next episode. So hopefully you guys did enjoy, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.